What's going on, everybody? This is Jeff with Living in Arizona, and today we're going to talk about why some people in Arizona have such animosity about newcomers coming in, and why do they always want to flex and be like, hey, you shouldn't move here because we don't want you ruining our state or something like this. And you guys are actually asking about this, and some of you are aware of it. You see it in the comments. You see it on Facebook. Now, not all these people do that, but it's this locals mentality that is everywhere, basically, right? We've seen it, and I saw it personally in Hawaii, really, where locals don't like people from out of state. So even a beautiful place like Hawaii has this same kind of thing that we have here in Arizona, right? And so let's go ahead and dive in here and kind of address some of the things that people complain about, locals, about people that are new here, so you're at least aware of it when you're doing something that may be upsetting a local person. My dog is all over me right now. Hold on 1 second. Recently, I did a video about the California Exodus, and in the comments, if you go to that video right here, you can go to the channel's home screen, click on it. You'll see in there people are saying, hey, if you're moving here, like people who aren't even subscribed to this channel coming on and saying, hey, if you're going to move here, just make sure you don't bring your liberal views and your toxic mentality that's killing California and kill this state. As if Arizona is immune to all these problems and knows better than California. They have that kind of perception, not saying they're wrong, not saying they're right, but that's what you'll hear. And so what is it about Californians moving here that Arizonans don't want them to do? Well, number one is California drivers. This has been going on for decades now, where people they'll be driving and they'll be like, stupid California driver, or what is something else Californians do when they get here besides bring their liberal policies, right? Liberal politics. The Californians just do things a little bit, well, let's just say, I've heard this said, that doesn't mean it's true. They're like, Californians are fruity. That's what Arizonans, at least the old time Arizonans, always thought that people from California were fruity. I don't know. I mean, I lived in California for 10 years. I don't really necessarily know what they're talking about. I mean, I guess people from Arizona just think they can walk around the desert barefoot, so they're more badass than California beach bums, whatever. I don't know what the big thing is. But it's a stereotype, and I'm just making you aware of it. So driving, politics, just personality-wise, and it's not fair. You're going to say things like, hey, that's messed up. They're already judging me before they even meet me. I don't know. I mean, they do that kind of stuff. But just to show you how it's kind of a thing here, this California animosity. And even if you go to California, San Diego, for example, they'll call them zonies. They'll be like, oh, the Californians don't like the zonies in San Diego. I mean, I'm just saying. Just in case you're wondering, what a person from Phoenix is called is a Phoenician. I saw this brought up. Some people were wondering. So what else are Phoenicians so frustrated about people moving here? So you guys are at least aware of, what not to do if you don't want to step on any toes. So you can see more people moving to the state of Arizona from California than any other state. So as of January 4th, 2019. And an increase in residents moving to Prescott. So a lot of Prescott's population is coming from California, and this is creating like a kind of a subculture inside of Arizona where Prescott's becoming a mini California, and some Arizonans in that region take issue with that. But whatever, they're gonna just kind of have to deal with it. And you could see here on Phoenix Business Journal, more people moving to Maricopa County than anywhere in the U.S. So this is another thing. So a lot of people are moving to Prescott, but more people in volume are moving to Maricopa County than anywhere in America, any other county. This is coming straight off of Phoenix Biz Journal. If you want to get it, you have to pay for the membership to read the full article, though. And then AZ Big Media, Arizona ranks top 5 states in new residents growth. So you can see this is something, Arizonans are just having to get used to more and more of this new growth. Now, outside of California, what don't they like? They have an animosity towards snowbirds. Snowbirds are people who come to Arizona just for the winter to escape the frozen tundra of wherever they're from, Canada or Illinois or New York. And they have this animosity because when they come down here, they create a temporary traffic jam on the roads that people don't like. So I don't know a single place that says, wow, we got lots of cars on the road. That's great. I mean, anytime you have a situation where 6 months out of the year you have less cars on the road, and then a bunch of snowbirds come down here, and then all of a sudden your roads get packed for 6 months, you're going to feel that, notice it, and you're going to say, damn, snowbirds are back. So instantly they're having the conversation at home, they're having the conversation in the car, damn snowbirds. So if you're one of those people who has the luxury of being a snowbird, you're that's kind of one of the things that people are not so keen to. And is it fair? I don't know. I'm not here to judge that. I'm here to tell you what they're saying behind closed doors and tell you what the deal is with that. To show you kind of where this is in practice, if I go onto Facebook, so I join one of these groups. It's called Santan Happenings. It's Santan Valley Happenings. This is one of those groups. Wherever city you move to, Peoria, Queen Creek, you're going to have a Facebook group. And it's a great way to just connect with a whole bunch of people virtually from the comfort of your own home and talk about some of the things that you like, you don't like, share reviews and stuff like that. But I did this post. It actually got a lot of responses. Thoughts for commercial recreation development in Santan Valley. So the fact that Santan Valley is growing exponentially is it's obvious. I mean, we're talking at least 3 or 4 communities that are currently under construction. They've already completed several other ones. I mean, we're talking a flood of people coming in here. But if we just go through some of the comments here, you could see people are voting for a bowling alley. That's their number one thing. The other thing is water park. I've even voted on my own thing right here. I voted for a trampoline park and a water park. I like both of those. I think kids would like those. I think families like those because when I was a kid, that's what I liked. Okay, but you could see some of the people that are voting, for example, I vote for something that will make people leave. We are over capacity. Okay, so you're seeing that, and then you see a little bit of bickering going on, and then you see there's other comments about this where people are saying, where is it? Either way, you're seeing, here's one, I'm going Freeway personally. I moved out here to get away from entertainment. Obviously, that's not a very mean thing to say. That's just saying that people are moving out here to get away from the big city, and the big city just keeps chasing them. And really, you have to do a lot to, kind of get away from the big city if you're even in the metro area, because the urban sprawl just keeps coming for you. Here's one. How about we leave it alone? You should have known there was nothing here for kids when you bought your cheap home. Go where that stuff is. So you can see these people, they kind of have this chip on their shoulder about you coming out here and taking up residence, and it's that local mentality that kind of just seeps in, and all locals have it, especially if this is where they've been. And they have this complex. People have this complex if they've lived in a place for 20 to 30 years. For example, I was born in Arizona. Most of these people who are complaining weren't even born in Arizona, but they've lived here for 20 to 30 years. So all of a sudden, this is their zone. This is where they come from, which is fine. I'm not here to challenge that. I'm not even here to flex and say, hey, I'm actually born here. I'm not trying to do that. But I do notice that these people, they like to flex and talk about how they've been here and that everyone else should leave and that they moved here and everyone else is intruding, as if, for lack of a better phrase, as if God loves them more than everyone else and it's their world and everyone else just lives in it, right? Like, sorry guys, we live in a world where you got to share. We're a community. And if there's growth happening around you, and there's nothing you can do to stop it because people are buying homes and majority rules, it's a democracy in America, and it's, people are coming, I guess you might be the one who has to move, even if it's where you're from. And I know that's not what they want to hear, but I'm saying that that's how the world works. If so I'm on your side if you're moving here, is what I'm saying. I don't think it's very friendly. I don't think it's very welcoming to basically flex that you've been here for 10 to 15 to 20 years and that, that no one else should come here and get the heck out of Dodge because I've been here for 10 to 15 years. I just think that's a real nasty attitude, honestly. So I'm saying, hey, if you're coming here and you're not going to do anything that's going to step on people's toes, the stuff that we already talked about, don't ruin the state, run it into the ground like California with your liberal policies, you should be okay. I'm not I don't care about all that, but my politics don't matter in this video. But I'm saying that that's a big thing that you'll hear a lot about. Don't ruin Arizona like you did California. Or even if you're coming from south of the border, they try to do the same kind of thing. This is our country, this is our state. Don't try to change us, Which, hey, they kind of have a thing, but at the end of the day, immigrants, migration, people from other states, they're going to do that in all states. That's just the way it works. And it's better for them to embrace it, and it's better for you to have a positive experience where people are welcoming you, saying, hey, welcome to the neighborhood, welcome to the community. And I think that's a lot better than saying, hey, don't move in. You should have thought about that before you bought your cheap house. It's silly. But I just wanted to give you guys some insight into why you would be hearing this kind of stuff and seeing these comments, because obviously you see them. And you guys want to know, are people mean? Are people angry? I thought they were friendly. Why am I seeing these cranky hanks? Well, they exist. It's that locals mentality. They're just going to be there. Anyways, guys, we'll see you guys next time. Watch one of these other videos. Share your thoughts on this subject right here about cranky people who don't want newbies moving into their communities. See you guys later.